Hello guys, if you want to learn Portuguese with the simple, dynamic, didactic way, you are on the right channel. So let's go for introduction. Introdução, I will talk about myself a little. So who am I? My name is Alexander Airan. I am a native Brazilian and I love to teach, I love to learn, I love to share. So what is my objective with this channel? With this channel, I want to teach you how to talk Portuguese, and I also want to improve my English. So I ask you forgiveness if my English is not perfect, but I hope that it can be comprehensive for you. And first of all, above all, I want to teach Portuguese because it's a language that's acknowledged to be too hard, to be a hard language. But I want to show you that with the right method, step by step, you can learn Portuguese in a very effective way. So let me talk about my methodology, what I think to do in these lessons. I want you to learn about the grammatical and to the natural method. This doesn't make sense for me to learn all the grammatical, but not see how it's talked and natural. How you use it day by day and every day. So in my classes, I will teach you the grammatical, but I also want you to be used to the Portuguese, to be used to think Portuguese, to know the logic behind Portuguese. And this way, you will step by step learn the Portuguese. So you will find in every class, in every lesson, the words also in Portuguese. Because I will talk about a little, and further you will be able to learn these words, to recognize these words. First of all, I talk about the introdução. So one day we will see the introdução, and you know exactly why introdução is introduction, and what is composed the word. Okay, so it's that all. Also, Brazilian amigo will be the face of this channel. I think it attracts many people, and I do love Brazilian amigo. Oh god. Okay, let's go for the class, the lesson of today. Today we talk about the alphabet, because first of all, before you learn the words, you need to know how to pronounce. So I will teach you how to pronounce every letter, and knowing the letters, we will start to know the words, and how the letter appears in the word, and how it pronounced in every word. So okay, first of all, we have A. How do I pronounce A in Portuguese? A in Portuguese is A, like in I, but you cut this final sound, the I, A, A, A. It's just simple that way. A, letter A, letter A. Then we go to B. B is like the B, like in Uber, but you cut the R. B, Uber, B. Letter B, letter B. Next, we'll go to C. C is C. You will find this pattern between much letters that it comes with this closed sound. Sometimes will be an open sound, sometimes a closed sound. You know the B and now C, also closed sound. So C is like the saber. C, saber, C. So C is C. And we have A, B, C. A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay. Then we go to D. D is called D. Also with the closed sound, like in day. You go to D. Okay, like day, D. Then we go to E. E in Portuguese sometimes we have the closed sound, sometimes we'll have the open sound. But most commonly, you'll find this like E, like the word echoes. But it's pronounced just the E. Echoes. E. So we have A, B, C, D, E. Now we go to F. F like in effort. But if you cut out the word, just the F. Instead, F. So F. You put an E. a letter E, a letter E on the final. F, F, F. Or a closed A, F. A, B, C, D, E, F, F. Okay. Then we go to G, that sounds like J, G, G, letter G, letter G. So you cut the Y and you go to G, F, G. So the 8 is a bit more difficult, but basically you go with the A in Portuguese, A, plus Ga, like Lady Gaga. So you go to H, 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 H. Then we have F, G, H. Then we go to the I. The I in Portuguese, it will 99% of time pronounce with a closed sound. Not like I, but E, like inner. Some words in English have this E in pronounce, but almost every word in Portuguese, you will pronounce the E, the I this way, E, like inner. So you must be used to it, because everything will be E, E. Almost all the times that this letter will appear, it will be pronounced that has E. So E, okay. Then we have the J. The J is pronounced like the J plus an A in Portuguese. So Jota, Jota, Jota. Then we have the J, it's called the Jota, Jota. Then this column we have F, G, H, I, J, J. And this stands for this column. Next we go to K. The K in Portuguese is like car, but without the R. K, K. So K is K. Then we go for L, like in elevator, but forget the rest of word. Just L, L. Before the V, L is that. L, L, L. Is the L in Portuguese. Pretty similar. L. Okay. Then we go for M. That sounds like N, but with a small E, small I on the final. Calling M, 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 M. Open sounds. Portuguese almost time is open sounds. Every the words that had similarities with English, you just add in a little bit of open sound. So instead of M, you pronounce M, M. And the N is pretty equal. N plus a small E. N, N, M, N, M, N, M, N, M, N. Okay. And then we have the O. The O is pronounced like the word Horus, but without the H. So Horus. O, O, O. This sound, this open sound is the O. O, Horus. So this column we have K, L, M, N, O. Let's take a look in this page. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. So it's that for this page. Let's go further. Okay. Now we have the P. The P is called like pay. It's pronounced P. Similar with B, that's B, C, D. This closed sound, like pay, but without the Y. P, P. Then we have Q. That's pronounced like K. OK, K. P, K, P, K, K. Like OK, K. Okay, is that? Okay, I not mean that. Okay. Then we go to R. That's pronounced like R, but with a small E. R, 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 R. Just don't push too much to your throat. Like R, R. Open sound. R. Okay. Q, R, 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 you train like that, R, but open your throat, R, okay. So we go to S, like in essence, but you forget what is past the E. S, essence, S, S, S. And we go to T, that's T, like potato, but we will just focus on the T. T, T. This column we have P, Q, R, S, T. And now we go to U. That's pronounced like U. If you got the reference, I know it's with 3 A's, three O's, sorry, but with 2 O's is the appropriate sound. U, 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 like that. U. U is U, U. Now we go to V, that's similar with the B, C, it's called the V, like Valor. Just focus on the first part, V, Valor, V, and it's the V. Then we have the W, that's equal to English, because originally W, Y, and K wasn't in the original Portuguese alphabet. It has incorporated further on the history. So when they bring the W to Portuguese, they just didn't translate it. So it's called almost as English. It's called the W. It's just you pronounce the W with the Portuguese vocals, the open sounds that we are training in now this class. W, W. At this time, we learn all the vocals. We pass through A, E, I, O, and U. So we have A, E, I, O, U. Just the open sounds. So W, 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 W. Okay, it's that. And we have the X. X is pronounced like cheese. And you can evolve it like cheese, 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 cheese. X is cheese in Portuguese. So you can train like that. Cheese, 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 cheese. It's cheese. And we have my biggest challenge on this class, that is the Y. Because in every Latin language, almost every Latin language, the Y is pronounced like in Latin. That is Icraica. Is the I of the Greeks. The Y is the I of the Greeks. But Portuguese come to a way to pronounce it like the Greeks pronounce. So we have this letter. If you know this letter from Greek, if you are familiarized with Greek, then it makes easier for you. We have upsilon here, upsilon. But Portuguese changed the U for I. So we have ypsilon, just like this way. You learn how to pronounce the I. So E, like I teach you. Ypsilon, 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 ypsilon. Like that, like ypsilon, but ypsilon in Portuguese. And this column we have U, V, W, X, Y. And we have Z like zeta. That's also a Greek letter and also a name too. So we have zeta, just pronounce the Z. Z, like pretty similar with the amount of letters we learned today. So Z. Then let's take a look on this page. We have P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And that's the alphabet, o alfabeto in Portuguese. So let's do the homework. For the homework, I will let you with 2 lessons, with 2 works. First of all is to learn the alphabet song in Portuguese. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you learn this in Portuguese. I will show you. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So it's that. You could return on this part of the video if you want to learn that and to hear it again. A, B, C, D, F, G. A lot of people say that Portuguese talks like they are singing. And now I'm singing for you. And you learn to sing with Portuguese. So is this the first lesson, the first work? To learn the alphabet song in Portuguese, to practice. And the second one is to find another words in English that have similar syllables, similar to the pronouns of the Portuguese letters. I'll show you some words here that fits, like pay to P, and I want you to identify some other words, to think about some other words that have the pronouns similar to the Portuguese letters. Also, leave your feedback. Deixe seu feedback. Leave your feedback. Tell me, what can I improve? This is the first class, and how I say, I ask forgiveness for my English. Sorry. But if you could comprehend me, I'm glad for it. But you can tell what you feel that is missing, and I will look for improvement ever. Second, what do you expect to learn with these classes? I want to know what you expect to learn, because I can include this on my classes. And I'm curious, why do you want to learn Portuguese? Tell me that in the comments. I would love to see what you want to learn Portuguese. Okay, so this is our class for today. See you later. Até a próxima.